Hey YouTube, so today we're going to go to Bold Rock Cider and Tap Room, and we are also going to go to Silverback Distillery. So we are at the Shenandoah Acres Family Campground. This is a campground near Harrisonburg, Virginia. So this would be right outside of Flagpole Knob and Second Mountain and Dictum and all the little trails in Virginia that you always see us do videos on. So anyway, so it was raining today, so we decided that it was time to go and venture out of the campground instead of just going to their lake. And lo and behold, we found Bold Rock. I didn't even know that they had a distillery in this area. For those of you who do not know who Bold Rock is a well-known cider brand, so you can find them in the beer area or whatever, in your grocery store or liquor store or wherever you buy your beer at. And it's kind of like the Mike's Hard Lemonade or any of the other variations of the brand that, you know, it's like non-beer beer basically. It's cider, but it usually comes in cans and bottles.
YouTube, we're at Bold Rock Distillery, the pretty well-known distillery, at least in Virginia. And we are going to go check out the cider at Bold Rock.
I surprised him. I told him we were going to Bold Rock and he didn't realize it was Bold Rock Cidery. So let's go do some cider tasting and see what we think.
Awesome.
So to start with, they have this gigantic walkway made of wood that you have to climb up. And I don't know if normally they have like this long of a line to get into the distillery or not. Like I don't know how popular it is, but it did seem kind of interesting that they had such a humongous waiting area. But fortunately for us, it was kind of rainy, and it is in the middle of COVID stuff going on. So we just pranced up the walkway. They said that it was going to be a 15-minute wait to get a table, but it was more like maybe a 5-minute wait. It was a pretty fast walk. So outside that area there, they have their product that they're selling. And so, you know, we made it into the area, and this is the inside of the cider house. And for the most part, you just go in. It's not waited on, and there's a bar here and a gift shop. The gift shop is behind me. We are in line right now to go to the bar. And basically they have two lines, and you figure out which line you're in, and then you go up and you do your order. They give you your alcohol, and then you go to your assigned table. And they also have a pickup area for food, and that's sort of the style. The distillery is right here on my left, and I'll do a little like walk around so you can see the inside of the distillery. But right now we are anxiously awaiting our alcohol at Bold Rock, and I'll speed it up quite a bit for you guys just so you're not having to wait around so much. And so this is a way you can get your taste.
Kaede, what can you tell us about flights?
Okay, so we do have 2 flight options for you guys. The top one's going to be our flagship flight. This one's going to be our sweeter, more forward styles. And then we have our premium flight on the bottom. This is going to be our drier, more champagne-like styles.
So you probably want the top one.
The flagship?
Flagship?
Okay, so he wants that.
So Kimberly was being the responsible one today, and I was being the irresponsible one today. So this right here is a distillery area, and I don't really know a lot about making cider, but there's the equipment. That looks like Laverne Shirley, kind of like that little like thing there where the bottles go along, and like they put the little like corks on the bottles and stuff. And we're all masked up, if you can tell. Everybody's masked up in this area, and when you get to your table, you can demask, basically.
Hey YouTube, so we're at Bold Rock Distillery. They're a well-known cider distillery, and I got the flagship flight: Virginia Apple, Virginia Draft, pear cider, and seasonal cider. And Kimberly here got...
I got a Rockin' Pina Colada, which is made with their seasonal pineapple cider. So it is right here.
So it is raining outside, just a hair, but we are covered, which is nice. And they have this wonderful kind of area that you can sit around outside. And they have like this wood-fired pizza place that's on wheels. like back here too. So it's pretty cool.
So we were up there probably for about an hour or so, and when we arrived, like nobody had left while we were there that I saw. So people apparently spend a significant amount of time just hanging out up there with friends, drinking and such. So that area over there was a pickup area if you want to just show up and pick up your beer or whatever. And on the right here, they had another place at Bold Rock, and it was like the Barrel House or something like that. And it looked like a little smaller facility, but it was right on the road, and I didn't see it until we were getting ready to head out. So there it is over there, and that would be the other part of Bold Rock. So anyway, like I said, we were planning on hanging out at the campground and hanging out in the lake and everything, but it was raining. But fortunately, we did find something way cool to do, which was going to these two distilleries. And they had all kinds of other wineries and distilleries in the area, but these were just the two that we picked.
Hi everybody, we are at Silverback Distillery, coming to do some tastings. They're in Virginia. They're legally only allowed to give us 3 ounces of alcohol, so we will figure out how, per person. So we'll figure out how we're going to mix and match and taste the different alcohols they make and see what we like.
3 ounces of hard liquor.
Yes.
To be specific.
So this is Silverback itself, and it is probably maybe 10 minutes from Bold Rock. And there was, like I said, like probably 20 different wineries and distilleries in the area, but we chose to do cider and bourbon today. So they have an outside area up here on the right, and they did have this awesome food court outside that had Mexican food, and that it was very, very good Mexican food. At least it seemed very good. But when we ate, it was after I had had a tasting of like the 151, so I was totally not capable of driving. Basically, after we got done with our tasting. So there was quite a bit of parking here. It was nowhere near the same size as Bold Rock, obviously. So everybody was wearing masks when you go in, and then once you sit down, you can take your mask off. And if you saw, there was a little bit of space between us and everybody else. But all the employees had masks on like the entire time because of the COVID thing. So the theme for today was Kimberly was being responsible, and I was being a little bit irresponsible. So what you can do is you can do this flight. So there are 4 half-ounce pours, so you can taste 4 different bourbons within 2 ounces. And then you can also get a cocktail with a 1 ounce pour in it, which is what I did. I did like a mint julep with the honey bourbon. And the honey bourbon, which they describe as a dessert bourbon, was both of our favorite bourbons, like overall, like out of all the alcohol they had here. And they even had a vodka here that Kimberly tasted. And unfortunately, I don't ever drink vodka straight, so I don't know like what a good vodka is supposed to taste like when you taste it straight. I usually put mixers in with vodka. And once again, we were here probably for an hour or so, even though you're only going to see like a few minutes of footage of us in the distillery. And I think that like when we arrived and then when we left, like nobody else had really like packed up and left, so people were spending considerable amounts of time in these distilleries. So anyway, if you're in the area and stuff and you're looking for something to do, I would say come out here and check out some of the distilleries, especially if you like alcohol. I mean, because you know, there's a cider house, there's like this bourbon Silverback that's excellent, and then there are quite a few wineries in the area too, and probably other ones. I mean, we drove by so many of them, it was ridiculous. I mean, I think we drove by like 20 different places to get alcohol. So please like and subscribe, and we will see you guys around now.